everyone, and welcome to Mega Life 21 Pro Wrestling Talk. I am your host of Pro Wrestling Talk, James P. Madonna, and I am here with my co-host, second generation of veteran pro wrestler, Mr. Jason Speed from the Bronx, New York. Jason, how are you doing?
Good, good. You gotta excuse me. I was munching out, didn't have lunch. I'm doing good, doing good.
That's
A
good.
lot of interesting things happened since
Yes.
last time we spoke.
Well, we had an event, a pro wrestling event in Middletown, New York, at the Party Zone USA this past Saturday evening, and Mr. Jason Speed had a match with an individual known as Dr. Butcher.
Right.
Okay, now it turned out that Dr. Butcher really pissed you off in that match, and now you have a New York style street fight match upcoming in March the 1st, 2013 in Ellenville, New York.
Yep, 73 Center Street in Ellenville. And this time we really got into it. He gave me a low blow, got himself disqualified. We brawled outside of the ring just when I was gonna toss him over a table. As you know, we were separated, and then the commissioner sanctioned this match, which is gonna be a street fight, and there's no way for him to go now. Everything goes. Anything I want to use, I could use.
No disqualifications.
Right, this guy's in trouble this time.
Yeah, no countouts, no disqualifications. Anything and everything goes. Commissioner of ECPW, Commissioner of Hudson Valley, Mr. James Mitchell, decided to make it this way because if that's the way Dr. Butcher wants to play, well, Jason could return the favor and then some. And that should be good. You should be able to get retribution come March the 1st in Ellenville, New York. So you people out there in the Hudson Valley area and beyond, get your tickets ahead of time if you can, and come and see this New York style street fight as only Jason Speed can perform, being that he's from the Bronx, New York. Now. Anything else you want to add? Oh, by the way, your Speedettes look very lovely.
Oh, thank you.
They had the upcoming Valentine's Day skimpy outfits on, and you people can see this show on the web. It's up there on YouTube. Middletown, New York, the wonderful, beautiful building, Party Zone USA in Middletown. It was great. It looked like a dance club with the lighting, and I just want to thank the owner of the Party Zone USA for having us. And from what I understand, he wants to work with us quite often in the future, and I'm sure we will. This Friday, the theatrical group that I promote. And they really want you to pop in and be a part of this meeting. This Friday, they might have, it's not written in stone, but they might have an appointment with the owner of Party Zone USA. I'll let you know if it's on for this Friday. Ken Create and his crew will be meeting with the owner of the Party Zone to explain to him about their fundraising music events that they do.
Well, now that you mentioned those Speedettes, just want to let you know I only get the best.
That's right. Nothing but the best for Jason Speed.
You know what? I want to tell the ladies out there that might watch this video, if you want to get involved, you think you want to be a valet, just drop me a line, jasonspeed146 at hotmail.com. If you think you got it, you think you're hot, think you got the looks, drop me a line or drop James a line. He'll give you his information and pass it on to me.
Yeah, sure. J
Oh,
Madonna,
the more the merrier.
J Madonna 58. That's my last name, Madonna. I don't want to hear any sarcastic remarks about it, but J Madonna 58 at yahoo.com. Send me clear, high definition, high megapixel, recent photos. No far away photos like some of these girls on that get involved with online dating. When you see a photo that's blurry or it's like far away where they're like a mile back, always be leery of that gentleman.
Okay, most likely they're dogs.
Yeah, they have something to hide. But if you think you have what it takes, if you look like a car show model or a lingerie model or a swimsuit model, and you have the body to match the face, as we say in Italian, the faccia, you got to have a really top-notch faccia.
Wait, not only that, you got to be loyal. Not like one of these last girls I had to try to backstab me. We ain't gonna say who it is, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yes. Me and Jason were talking about this off the air. It's just like getting hired by an employer. If you get hired and you get a really good high paying job, and all of a sudden you're a spy for one of the competitors, that's disrespectful. It's disloyal. It's backstabbing, and you have to show dedication and loyalty as a speedette, because as soon as you slip up, there's no 3 strikes and you're out with being a speedette. You gotta show your loyalty, and you gotta, if you have any questions or problems, you come to Jason Speed about it. Don't go behind his back. But it's an outstanding opportunity and honor to be a speedette. You have to.
I gotta tell you something. One of my speedettes, which is Skylar, I really give it to her. She's really dedicated. She wants to do this. She's behind me 100%, and I give that girl props. She's been with me from the beginning when I first got this speedette thing going, and she's been there, and she's very loyal, and that's all I gotta say. She's a nice girl. You've seen her.
Yes.
Yeah, I met her. She's a really nice girl.
Yeah, and you'll see them on video. You'll see it. Just Google.
But she's the one with the black hair for anybody who watches the video.
Yeah, the shorter black hair. Just Google pro wrestling, Middletown, New York. Jason Speed. Google those names. Ken Create was there to perform, and the video will come up. And watch it. It's over 2 hours long.
It's a good show.
Yes, I have one of the privileges of being the people that have a YouTube channel that has unlimited time on my videos. In other words, most people can only upload videos that are like 10 minutes long, 15 minutes long. I have like a VIP reputation where I'm allowed unlimited.
You know what? That surprised me when I saw the video. It was 2 hours long. That's what I was thinking. I said, how do they do this? But the whole show is there. James conducted a couple of interviews, and it looked very professional. Did a good job.
Thank you. I did color commentary, or is it black and white commentary? Well, color.
I don't know.
Color commentary and video editing, and thank you very much for your compliment. I always I have suits. I have silk suits I could wear too, but not for that particular show. For near future shows, I'll put on a suit. But I just want to tell everyone that I just want to also say thanks to the Renaissance man Ken Create, Let There Be Light, for performing before the event and during intermission, during halftime, to the music. I mean, I have to say, I gotta say it, the DJ for the event, he's hard-headed, man. They did not want to comply with Ken Create, but
Yep.
Ken has to perform to club music. I mean, he can perform to any ethnic music. I seen him perform to Latin music. I've seen him perform to Middle Eastern belly dancing music. I've seen him perform to heavy metal. But for him to really crank it up and to really fly, to get the fans motivated and enthusiastic, he's got to have club music like techno or even freestyle or a 90s club. He's got to have club music, electronica, or whatever, underground, New York underground, techno, whatever. He's got to have that music, you know, bump, 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 to get the fans going in the future for future reference. But a mandatory requirement, besides being really hot looking to be a speedette, would be you have to wear a very skimpy, hot, sexy outfit, but it has to be red. Speedettes must be in red because those are the color. That's the color for Jason Speed. That's his color because flames. He's all about fire,
Right.
and you got to blend in. You got to be color coordinated with Jason
Yeah,
Speed.
because in the past, I've girls have responded, and they want to do it, but once you tell them, you got to get dressed scantily, and this part of the gig, you gotta wear a bikini or something like it. Oh, we don't want to do it, so there you go. If you're not willing to do that, then don't even bother.
Yeah, you don't want it bad enough.
Not only that, you have to have a bubbly personality. You have to be outgoing and daring. I don't have time for these shy.
No, you can't. Because Ken Create explained to me in the entertainment industry, you can't just have the look and the talent. You have to have showmanship in your blood. An
Right.
entertainer is a showman. An entertainer makes love to the camera and loves the camera and you have to have that bubbly, vivacious personality that just reaches out and just penetrates that camera lens like a supernova.
Right. You see when I come out, I get the crowd going.
Right, and the
First of
girls have
all,
to do the same.
first of all, music just you can't help but get up when you hear it.
Yeah, jump
And
up.
then I go out there. I'm energetic. I pump up the crowd. That's what you gotta do.
Pump up the crowd or pump up the jam, or you got to pump it up in all ways, and the speedettes have to do the same. So you girls out there that are huge wrestling fans and always had a dream of doing this, but you got to be hot looking. You got to be in condition. Join a gym. Stay away from fried foods and sugar and white flour. Get off those carbs and start working out, man. Start working out. Drink a lot of green tea. Take things like I'm a nutritional consultant too, like flaxseed oil.
I've heard of that. What does that exactly do?
Well,
It's supposed to help, is it supposed to help with weight loss?
Yes. Now it's an omega-3, a vegetarian omega-3 oil. It has alpha linoleic acid that does play a great role in burning fat. And it's also good for other health issues, and it's also a cancer destroyer. But the alpha linoleic acid in flaxseed will help you lose weight. Strong green tea with lemon, very important. With lemon is a great fat burner. But the main thing, I mean, there's other fat loss products out there. Now we have green coffee bean extract. It goes on and on and on. But yeah,
Right.
the important thing is diet. You valets, you potential valets, have to get off the sugar. You got to stop eating the snacks. You got to get off the soda, even diet soda. And if you must sweeten something, go to the supermarket and buy stevia. It's all natural. It was used by the Paraguay Indians for centuries, and it's safe. And use stevia, and get on the right program. You got to tone up, because don't forget, you have to look the part. You have to be bigger than life. You have to look much different and better than the women in the audience. If the women in the audience start looking better than the ballet, That doesn't look too good.
Not at all.
No, no, you got it, because you never know where this might take you. Really, I'm seriously, first public events and the internet, possibly, and then tomorrow, who knows, cable TV and beyond. So look the part, work out, do strength training because that burns more fat than aerobics. People don't realize that. A pound of muscle at rest, even if you're tied up in a chair, every pound of muscle you have, girls, burns like it burns like for every pound, I think it burns like 500 calories a day, even if you don't even move. 500 or 1,000. I think it's 500 calories per day just to maintain the muscle. So your
Right.
metabolism would like would like shoot up tremendously if you do strength training. But you can do aerobics too. Look, you got to be cut, you got to be firm, look in shape, and you got to have the face. This is not for the average girl, and you have to be dedicated as a professional wrestling fan
Right.
to be a speedette. So, but you got the emails, send the photos. I just want to let you girls know there's always, whenever we advertise for speedettes, for valets, there's an overwhelming response. I have emails and with photos from girls that I haven't even gotten back to. So
Right. And you know me for a long time, and you know how picky I am. I just don't call anybody.
you have to show your dedication even before you become a valet or a speedette. Um, Jason, I wish I had a building with a ring in it where you could start teaching.
Yeah, that'd be.
Wouldn't that be great?
Yeah.
Teaching these people how to take bumps the old school way.
Yeah. Like I learned on concrete.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
your father dropped you on concrete.
Right. Instead of the ring, I was doing the back falls on the concrete on the floor outside. That's how I learned.
How
That's
does a
old
person
school.
how does a person don't get not get killed by doing that? It's amazing. It's amazing. But anyway, well now they have thick cushions on top of the concrete.
Right.
Yeah, now it's all cushioned. But
I didn't learn the pussy way. And you know what's funny? I think I told you a lot of times. A lot of these people, and I'm not taking away nothing from them. Even I think our friend Drew. I think they don't know my background and what I've done, and they just assume I've been wrestling a year, 2 or 3. Maybe I'm a mark or whatever, and they don't. Sometimes when they talk, it's like you talk to like you don't know shit.
yeah, they don't
And
really know your background because they don't.
right, and I'm not the one to come out and boast. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Oh, I've done this, I've done that. Unless you press me and you're talking down to me, then I'll let you know.
yeah. Well, maybe they think that because they only see you in the Hudson Valley area,
Right, right, right,
so they assume that if they don't see you around much, that you're a newcomer.
right, right,
Like I heard Diamond Dallas Page broke into wrestling when he became middle aged, right?
right, right. Yeah,
You know what I mean? Maybe they think you're a newcomer. They don't realize that you're like 12 or 13-year veteran right now, right?
more than that. I had my first match when I was 12 years old.
Wow, wow.
So
That's even younger than Freddie Blassie.
yeah, because my dad had a gym in the Bronx,
Oh,
and that's how I started. And I actually promoted my first show when I was 14,
wow. Yeah,
and I
because
wrestled and I wrestled in it, and the place used to get packed.
yeah, because Freddie
So I
Blassie
think
started his first pro wrestling match. He was 16, but you were 12. And
yeah,
tell
I think I know what I'm doing.
tell the people a little bit about your dad.
All right, my dad was and I can't say was, he is El Ángel Blanco. He was champion in Puerto Rico. He was champion of this show called Ringside 41 in New York. Very popular. He started when he was I think it was 17, and he's been all over the place. He's been in the WWF. He's traveled all over the world. So I was born with this in my blood, with this business. And a lot of people don't realize that I was in the WWE when it was the WWF. I've traveled a lot of places. I mean, Dominican Republic, Iceland. I've been to a lot of places, and I've wrestled a lot of people. I've met a lot of people, and I don't think these young guys in ECPW, all these other local organizations, they don't know what I've done, and they just think I'm one of these run of the mill.
Yeah, ham and eggers.
Yeah. But like I said, I just don't like to boast, and even when people that I know my family, I go meet some of their friends, and they say, "Oh, Jason wrestles," I don't even like them to mention because I don't want to talk about it.
Because then you got to go through the whole story over.
Yeah.
Because when it comes to friends and family, they're going to start. One question leads to more questions, leads to more.
Yeah, so I like to keep it, keep it low key.
Yeah, you definitely have traveled. You're definitely with the WWF back in the '90s, and you not only have you met a lot of people, but you happen to personally know a decent amount of famous pro wrestling stars.
Yeah.
On a personal level.
Yeah.
You said you know Kevin Nash and Booker T.
Booker T, yeah. Booker T is a nice guy. I call him up and we talk about his twins and what he's done, what he's doing now. He invited me to his gym in Texas, which I think I might go next month.
Stevie Ray still around?
Well, according to him, they're supposed to do a reunion, another run. Not a long run, but another run. They want to put them back together and do another run, so that should be exciting.
Wouldn't it be great to have the both of them on the show?
Yeah, that would be beautiful.
The return.
I was on a show with him, and I met him when I was doing a show in Monticello, New York, and I don't know, we hit it off, and we traded numbers, and it started from there, and little Guido. Nuzio, nice guy.
Yeah, from the original ECW.
Right. I met him and his wife the last show.
Yeah.
And my kid hit it off with his kid, and they were hanging out, and I met his father, his mother. He introduced the nice guy.
Yeah, he's pretty decent guy. I was friends with his. He's now deceased. He died at a young age. Poor guy, but he was close with Paul Enormous,
right?
Who was from Rockland County, I believe. A very big, muscular, well-built kid, and the poor kid died young, and he used to be his good friend. May he rest in peace, Paul Enormous. But anyway, I bet your father knew Carlos Colon and all the legends.
Yeah. He got trained by Antonino Rocca.
No kidding. Oh wow.
Yes, and he taught. You remember Hugo Salvinovich?
Yes. The guy with the big.
He was the announcer in WWE.
Yeah.
Well, he trained him, and his first match, Hugo Salvinovich. The first match, he lost his first match, and then after the match, he went under the ring and started crying. I'll never forget that. I was there. I must have been 8 years old, 9 years old.
Yeah, but that was his first match, though.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that so vividly. But you know what? I'm gonna say it here, and I don't care who listens to it. I think the guy's full of shit. And I'll tell you why. He was such a close family friend. He came to all our parties. I have pictures of him when he had his own hair. You know, I got all this proof. And he was a family friend for years. Once he hit it big, I went to Madison Square Garden. I forgot who I went with. I don't know if it was a family member. And I was excited to see him because, you know, a good family friend for years. And I waited outside the garden where they come out. And I said, who you go? It's Jason, Elijah Blanco's son. And he's looking right at my face. I mean, 2 feet away from me. And the guy turns around and just ignores me. What a piece of shit this guy is.
You know, people like that, one of the things that really gets under my skin and infuriates me is people that they either grew up with you or they were your close friends and they have a positive history with you for years, and then all of a sudden they make it big. They get some breaks in life and they don't know you. They look down on you. They don't know you. So that means they're better than you because they are in the spotlight. So they forget about all their friends and sometimes family members.
And you know what? My father helped train him.
Despicable.
My father helped train him along with this other wrestler, the Spanish wrestler, Toro Maldonado, which is another good friend of ours. We still keep in touch with him and we see him once in a while. Every interview that I've encountered on the internet, Hugo never mentions my father.
Total disrespect, man. Disrespect.
Never. Only Toro Maldonado. And my father helped this guy. And never once did he mention my father's name. And that's really kind of messed up.
So he's like an opportunist.
Right. And then I called him a couple of times. I called him at his office when he was in WWE. Listen, my father, you know, that you guys are getting older. He really wants to get together with you and Toro Maldonado. I want to get all his old wrestling pals together. Yeah. Never responded again. And then I see, I think it was last month, I see him in a picture with that guy Toro Maldonado in Florida together, and he doesn't have the nerve to call my dad. You know, that's really messed up.
It's really messed up, and you folks that are very surprised at what you're hearing, this pro wrestling talk through Mega Life 21 is uncensored, no holds barred pro wrestling talk, and you're hearing true stories as well as being entertained by our witty humor, spur of the moment humor that we give you, but you're being educated. It's nothing more despicable than somebody that forgets their roots, where they came from, and who helped them along the way. I mean, you know, on the Honeymooners, I think it was Ed Norton or one of them said, "Be kind to the people you meet on the way up, because you're going to meet the same people
on the way down."
On the way down. And when you're on the way down, and all of a sudden you remember your friends and your family on the way down, and you expect them to take you back, they might not take you back.
I mean, there's other people that have made it to the top, and they still talk to me. I have on my Facebook. They send me messages, you know, every other week, and they say how you doing. And I respect that, you know, because they're not full of shit. Because this is uncensored, right? I can say shit.
You can say shit. You can say fuck. You can say motherfucker. You can say cocksucker, and you can say cocksucking motherfucker.
There's this tag team, which they're very good friends of mine. I wrestled them. They started out with my dad in the Bronx. You ever heard of the Headhunters?
Yes.
Yeah, Manny and Victor. They're two brothers, awesome guys. I talk to them all the time on Facebook. and they always sending me messages. They asking for my dad. Those are real stand-up guys, you know.
Yeah.
And those guys been everywhere. Japan. They've been in Mexico. I mean, those guys are really popular.
Right.
And you know, they never forgot where they came from. They 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 constantly in contact with me. You know, great guys.
Yeah.
Those are stand-up guys. Those are the guys I respect.
Absolutely. You know, when people show respect to those that were close to them and who helped them, it's like extending your family.
Right,
Now,
right.
when you have this extended family, if something rotten happens to you, or you know you fall on bad luck, you have a lot of cushion around you. People that will help you and give you breaks and everything because you showed them respect and loyalty throughout all the years.
And you know yourself in this business. I've been here a long time. You know a lot about it. There's always backstabbing going on. There's always gonna be people talking shit about you. There's always gonna be somebody trying to drag you down.
Yeah.
It's like you know, a lot of little bitches.
The second
And
you walk away, they talk about you.
yeah, they smile in your face. Hey, how you doing? Hey, man. Turn around, hey, Jason this and Jason that. You know, that's the way it is.
That's the way it is. It's the human race is everybody knows is despicable. It's very easy. People are very easy to be corrupted, to be paid off. Like the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase used to say, everyone has his price.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, and you know, it could be very petty, and it could be a very sleazy business. Like Tony Testosterone told me, my buddy that used to wrestle. He went to Iron Mike Sharp school. He's trained by Mike Sharp. He says it's a very sleazy business. There's crookedness left and right. Sometimes young workers, indie workers get stiffed for money, and sometimes they don't even get gas money.
Oh, that happens all the time.
And when a wrestler gets hurt, the promoter, correct me if I'm wrong, the promoter has no health insurance
No.
on these.
And you know what? They don't care because you're easily replaceable. How many thousands and thousands and thousands of indie wrestlers are out there? They just get another one.
You look at all the backyard kids from the backyard wrestling. They go to a real wrestling school from backyard, and all of a sudden they're all excited. You know, like they won the Powerball lottery. That they're all thrilled, and they
Yeah.
can't wait to get the match. So what do? They get the match, and they become slaves to the sleazy promoter.
Yeah. Yeah. Well.
I've seen many things. I've even seen crooked 50-50 raffle uh, 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 drawings. I mean, I've seen many things, and I learned a lot about the business through Brian Slade, who's Tony Testosterone, and also through my good friend Andrew Anderson, the reinforcer Andrew Anderson.
Mhm.
I've seen many things. I've learned many things, and I was shocked about a lot of it.
I mean, it's not all bad because I've made a lot of friends. Like I've made friends with you just mentioned him, Andrew, and I've made friends with the Middletown Express. I met a lot of nice guys. There's a lot of nice guys in ECPW that I've made friends with. There's certain people that I don't talk to, and you know, it's just my choice. I mean, they say hello, they say hello. But there's certain people I like to stay away from. But you know,
They act like a bunch of young girls in an office.
yeah,
Or all wash women. It becomes so petty, and I don't. I mean, if I was a promoter, I would not tolerate pettiness and backstabbing. And I mean, the locker room is like a company of the business where all the coworkers have to work together as a team. You know, as soon as you have people, you know, you have dissent and you have treachery and deceitfulness. You know, and people trying to screw one another. You know, tattletales and ass kissers and all this shit.
right.
I
Uh-huh.
wouldn't tolerate it. I mean, I would say don't put your coworker down to me, because it's not going to make your career any better by doing it. I mean, everybody's got to be treated fair, and the workers have to be respected. Just like you, Jason Speed, had delicious food catered
Right.
to the Party Zone USA in last Saturday's match, catered by the one and only
Greek cafe. Yeah.
Greek Cafe in Middletown, New York.
And boy, was that food delicious.
I called them and I thanked the general manager for the wonderful food, and she wants to continue to be a sponsor and do business in the future. I just want to take this time to say thank you. Well, to say hello, actually. I realize St. Patrick's Day is not far away. I want to say hello to professional wrestling superstar from the 1970s, Mr. Davey O'Hannon. Salute.
Okay.
Salute.
Yeah, good guy.
Outstanding gentleman, Mr. Davey O'Hannon. And I would like to congratulate, finally, after all these years, the newest inductee into the WWE Hall of Fame during WrestleMania will be the one and only the living legend, Bruno Sammartino.
Yeah, yeah.
Congratulations to Bruno. He had very, very good reasons to refuse the title every year for being inducted. He had very good reasons, believe me. But he decided to go with it. I mean, you can go with it, but that doesn't mean you have to kiss people's ass either to get that ring. You know what I
Right.
mean? But it's still
Yeah.
like superstar Billy Graham he wrote a letter of apology to Vince McMahon, and he was inducted and everything, and he's apologizing to the whole family. But personally, I wouldn't have apologized if somebody really screwed people over.
Right, right.
Like poor Kamala.
Oh, you see that? Yeah.
If you're wondering what I'm talking about, just
Yeah, the guy. That's
go
another awesome guy.
on YouTube and Google the Kamala story in the interview, and you'll find this is before the poor man had a double leg amputation, from what I was told.
Yes.
Poor soul.
Actually, there's a video there now of him. They show him with his legs, his amputations, and he's talking about all these people that were doing benefits for him and so-called collecting money for him. And he never saw a penny, and he calls them all out.
Wait a minute. They did a fundraiser for Kamala.
Oh, a couple of them.
And Kamala, and they actually, it was a crooked fundraiser, and he didn't see a penny.
That's what he's saying. Yeah.
You know what?
One of the people was Dawn Marie, and I forgot who the other one was.
You know, that is the most. I'm glad you brought this up on our show. That is the most despicable thing I ever heard. Here,
Yep.
the poor man was screwed out of money that he had coming from his action figures from the WWF at that time, right?
Yeah.
He got
And
screwed.
WWE, they were making classic dolls.
He got screwed royally from the money from the action figures. Plus, there were times where he had to sleep in a rent-a-car, and he was the main event in Madison Square Garden. And he didn't even get a hotel room.
Yeah, yeah.
He had to sleep in a rent-a-car, and he got screwed out of money. Now, do I smell racism here? Perhaps.
It could be.
It could be. How was Rocky Johnson treated, and Bobo Brazil, and all these other African American wrestlers?
Yeah.
Were they stiffed?
I really don't know about that. I knew Bobo Brazil, but I don't know. We never got into that.
Yeah, about money. Who got what? But that's with Kamala. After Kamala was terribly abused like that, and you could hear it right from Kamala's mouth.
Yeah, of course.
You know, but and even Roddy Piper talks about how the promoters don't give a shit about the workers. You know.
Yeah.
He's on there. It was him and Ric Flair together. It was a fascinating YouTube video.
Yeah, I've seen that
interview of them. But getting back to Kamala, on top of all the abuse and getting stiff when he had his legs and he was wrestling, Now he gets screwed over by his own fundraiser.
Yeah.
And Dawn Marie was one of the culprits.
Yeah, that's what he's saying. I'm not making it up. You can see it and it comes straight from his mouth.
Shame on you,
He
Dawn
actually
Marie,
told her
and
you could take.
the others
He
that
actually
helped her.
told her you could take the money that you raised for me and stick it up your ass.
Well, I would have been more vulgar. I would say, stick it up your fucking cunt.
Well, I think we're gonna have to do another part 3 of this.
Yeah, we are.
Uh,
It is getting late now. I could see the time, and you know it's amazing how fast time flies when we're
yeah,
doing this fascinating, deep, in-depth pro wrestling talk.
yeah, it does. Let me just give the email one more time. It's
Right.
jasonspeed146 at hotmail.com. If you want to know anything about wrestling, you want to get into it, you want to be a speedette, you want to know anything, I always answer back.
Yeah,
I don't say email me and then you won't hear from me.
yeah.
So I'll answer back. If you have any questions, upcoming shows, what I'm doing. Oh, I also got a website, jasonspeed.webs.com. So you can go there too, see pictures, videos, and all that other good stuff.
That's absolutely right. And mine, of course, is JMADONNA 58, JMadonna58 at yahoo.com. And I also am on Facebook under Megalife21. I have 4 fast-growing Facebook groups. You can see my internet talk radio shows at www.youtube.com/Megalife21. I have a live stream. This show is being streamed live worldwide, or maybe throughout the entire galaxy, at www.livestream.com/Megalife21. And I would like to, and please, if you're from the New York metropolitan area, or you're from Hudson Valley, New York, or northern New Jersey, or if you're willing to travel, send clear, high quality, close up,
Yep.
very sexy photographs, recent photographs, all right, of you, of the ladies that want to interview as valets, speedette valets for Jason Speed. And Jason, I just want to tell you one quick thing.
Sure.
Next time, maybe we should do a show perhaps about the huge, tremendous contribution of Latinos to professional wrestling. All the
Yeah,
great
that,
Latinos in the business, and we should do that. Honor your father again, and dedicate it to him. And don't forget this March 1st in Ellenville, New York.
street fight, buddy.
Street fight against Dr. Butcher.
He's gonna get his. I'm gonna hit him with that speed bump. It's gonna be over.
Your finishing move is called the speed bump.
That's right.
Excellent. Very clever. Just like the word speedette. Very clever.
There you go. There you go.
Girls, red. Big red. I don't care.
All right, you guys. Thanks for having us.
Yes.
I'm Jason Speed.
All right. And Jason, I'll talk to you soon.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Take care.